Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Lamar off the play fake. And down he goes on the wrong side of midfield. They got him at the 46. And that is 6 sacks for him this season.
I just love these little back and forths early in a game. Offensively, you want completions like they just got. You want to get in a rhythm. And then defensively, you want to disrupt it with sacks and negative plays. Well done.
Left side, caught by Lane. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. They'll run here following the penalty. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by the 4-time All-Pro Cameron Hayward.
Nothing too fancy there. That is just some good physical football from a back who knows how to read his blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
This is Henry on second. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Running back sent in motion. Now Jackson on 3rd down. He's got it. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Henry. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock, continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
And a dime. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. Derrick Henry scoring there to end an 8-play drive. So the first lead of our game goes to our visitors, Brock, and I know it is very early, but tough not to have that word upset at least start to creep into your mind just a bit.
You go into someone else's building in the playoffs, this place has been juiced. They have been so hyped to get to this game. Yeah, and the odds certainly in the home team's favor, but you go out and score, touchdown in the opening drive, you level it a whole bunch.
That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they go up 7-0 here early.
Steelers, nothing.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. He's going to field this at the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. They're going to be let out by someone possibly playing his final NFL season. Still going in his early 40s. It is Aaron Rodgers.
This is one of those fine lines as you take the field as a quarterback. You know that your play is going to be so important to find a way to win. It always is in postseason football, but you can't put too much pressure on yourself. You got to go out there, you got to cut it loose, and most importantly, you got to lead your men.
They'll start on the ground. Gallup. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. On the ground again with Dowdle. And he's going to be stopped after a gain of 9. That was what they needed. First down coming up. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust.
Yeah.
Right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And they'll get to him here. Play finally put to an end after about 15 yards gained, and they got that first down too. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Counterplay here, Warren. And they're going to get him to the ground after a 16-yard gain. That is good for Pittsburgh, first down. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. Now, you want to get that century mark.
Yeah.
That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacking runs like that will sure help.
Jumps in up the middle. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
On 2nd down, Rogers. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
The Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
This is Warren, headed right. And the cut back to the middle is the right call. That is 8 yards on the carry. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the
Now, you take these types of results as early wins in a game, Brock, both in getting their running back started and getting your guys to start winning that battle up front, too.
Moving a man against his will and doing it right from the jump, that often portends to good things offensively.
Rogers now on 2nd down. Going with a screen to Johnson. And they're going to be set up with 1st and goal as this goes out of bounds, Brock, at the 3-yard line.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play.
This is going to be caught. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Michael Pittman Jr., an NFL best, now 18 touchdowns this season. We know all these players are aware of what's at stake here, Brock, and that is the score they needed to get them moving in this conference final.
We know it's not how you start, it's how you finish, especially with stakes this high. But, sheesh, you couldn't start any better.
Chris Boswell for the point after. He's good on the attempt here. They answer in kind. We're tied, 7-all.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Hill now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here comes the Ravens offense, Brock, as we take a look at their coordinator, Declan Doyle. First season for him in Baltimore, coming over from Chicago after he helped guide the Bears to one of the best offensive seasons in franchise history in his lone year there. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. This is Henry to start the drive. He's out in the clear. They get a lot out of this play. 21 yards before the tackle is finally made. And that is good for a Baltimore first down. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They go play fake with Jackson. Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Big hitter on first down. 30 yards. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
From the gun, a run for Henry. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Now come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They motion Bateman over right. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Got the completion on the last play, but not the result they wanted, Brock. They've got to convert now on 3rd down. Now it's Lamar. He's got it. What a